Hi, my name is Makenzie Vorbeck, and this is my self-intro activity for the week one discussion for OTS 853 Leadership in Human Sciences. I am currently in the graduate portion of the occupational therapy program, and I'm excited to start this summer semester. After doing the survey, the 8 archetypes of leadership questionnaire, I was found to be a communicator out of the 8 archetypes. Do I agree with the results? Yes, I do agree with the results because I have been in many roles where I have to be the communicator, including being the social media chair for the EKU chapter of COTAD last year. And I was able to communicate with our members about different events and getting their cords to them and things like that. KETS also identifies a communicator to be a leadership as stage management, so kind of being behind the scenes and communicating with everybody and making sure everyone knows where to go and what to do. It has also been identified as the ability to communicate with everyone in a way that makes an impact. And communicators are great influencers. So everyone is looking to a communicator to see what they should do and where they should go. However, there are some downsides of being a communicator. I personally have experienced some of these downsides, including consistently meeting others' needs before your own and being conflict avoidant. So communicators are great with communicating with people, but sometimes they're also just great listeners and they want to avoid conflict. So they typically meet others' needs before their own. I do have some questions for my peers. The first being, was this difficult to pick an archetype for yourself after completing the questionnaire? I found it to be a little bit difficult to think of myself in one of these ways and be able to identify with one of these archetypes. The next question is, do you feel like your archetype has been primarily beneficial to you in your experiences thus far? I can answer this myself and say yes and no. I have found it to be beneficial in a lot of my roles, being able to communicate with people in a way that they understand me, but there also has been some downsides, of course. And then the last thing is, when has your archetype provided a negative outlook on a situation? So for my archetype being a communicator, I have found that sometimes I let people, I guess, walk all over me or let people kind of drive my decisions instead of me driving my own. So I have seen some ways that my archetype has been a negative outlook. I have enjoyed this first week discussion and I can't wait for ones in the future.